or the most important lesson that you learned from 2018? I think hearing a lot of people just like trusting the process and sticking with the process. That was kind of the theme that everybody was kind of the same answer. It wasn't the same exact written out, but that's kind of what I pulled from it. People were like, oh, we were putting in a lot of work and then we weren't seeing the results that we wanted. So we kind of let our foot off the gas when we should have really kept it full throttle and really cranked out a lot more, because then when Q4 hit, I regretted not doing as much as I could have throughout the rest of the year. I think that's the same. We talk about a little bit in boot camp, the two different ways that me and Nathaniel think. Like, I'm constantly just charging forward and hitting those walls. The process of me doing it, I'll be able to take out information to know, okay, this worked, this didn't work, and now I know how to tighten it up moving forward. Nathaniel likes to overthink things for sure, but like that drives me crazy because I can't predict the future. Like, I have to know what sells to know to go back to the well. If you give me all the niches in the world and say pick two that are going to be the best, like, I don't know. I have to test. I don't know about all of them, but I got to test a lot of them and see what information comes back for me to continuously take action moving forward. Even if I'm not getting the results that I want, even if I see like one or two sales, I'll know, okay, instead of having my net this wide, I can kind of hone it in and focus a little bit more to be able to go after this stream, because I know people are actually purchasing in this niche, and I am able to match my art style and my keywords with this niche, and then let me go deeper into this. We talked about doubling down. We have that free class in here, but just taking action and keep going. I think that's why originally we started this group, was just to keep people moving forward. You're not going to get the results that you want. I'm extremely impatient. I always want way better than what we're actually doing. But to take a step back and look at how far you've come, we've had people in the boot camp go, oh, we put up X amount of shirts the first day. I wasn't seeing much, but now that it's a week after the class, I'm seeing sales from that very first day when it was extremely simple, where you didn't talk about keywords, you didn't talk about art really, you just talked about the very basics, and those things are working. I think it's just you get in your own head when you go, oh, I'm gonna put up 100 shirts, all 100 of these shirts are gonna sell because I know exactly what I'm doing. It doesn't ever work like this. It's especially a volume business for us. If it's not for you, we want to show you at least what you should be focusing in on and spending your time doing.
Yeah, I really want to fight for all the overthinkers out there and be like, no, overthinking, it does work. But, we found a good balance between the two of us. Steven,
yeah, I think we're both extremes.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be running your business the way that I like to do things, just continuously run into the walls. But I don't think you should just stagnate yourself by overthinking and not taking action.
Yeah, as much as I talk about taking action, as much as I love it, I think the reason I love it so much is because it took me so many years to take action. I was constantly overthinking, is my designs good enough, or what am I doing with this artwork? Oh, I don't know Photoshop.
Especially when you started, you were doing one design a day, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So that's why I'm such a huge lover of taking action. It's that is the number one thing we've done for growth in our business, is that taking action. That's why we talk about it so much. From someone whose point of view has been overthink things, make sure it's perfect before it goes anywhere. It isn't really working like that. It's really good that we have this balance where Steven can push me constantly to put more and more up. And then we can both look at it and be like, okay, what did we learn from that? Was it good to run 100 miles an hour? No. Was it good to not do anything? No. All right. Somewhere here in the middle. Consistency, I think, is what it comes down to at the end of the day. Like I said, we got addicted to taking action. That's why I talk about it so much. And we think that you will too after you do it for a while and then see sales and success from that. And even us as teachers now going into that boot camp and being like, okay, we know this stuff is true, but it's even magnified when we have someone oh yeah, what you guys told us is actually working now. Even doing these listings without bullet points, which seemed a little weird at the time because you guys talk about how important those are. Those are the ones that are selling for us. So that's really cool. So it's oh yeah, we still know what we're talking about. We're still here uploading shirts and testing things with you guys. But it is really, really impactful. Even, well, I don't know, more so on me when Steven's stuff works. I know it works. It's still working in our business, but to tell somebody else that and them to have success with it is super exciting. And just, that's the reason we're doing another one of these boot camps. We do think that there's just so much value in there.